It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports, and center stage belongs to Matthew Stafford. He's been sensational as he leads the league in touchdown passes. It's the Falcons and the Steelers, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Atlanta Falcons. Charles Davis. And Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they interplay. They've been as hot as anyone. The win last week makes it 9 out of 10.
The results are hard to argue. If there's a team better suited for the postseason right now, I don't know.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Noah Igbenogany from his end zone. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Steelers. So how about that? You want to talk about coming into a hostile environment and just silencing the crowd. They just did it.
Good. There's no way. All week long, they've talked about having this type of a start, but I think they looked at it from the offensive team's perspective. You know, get the opening kickoff. You guys control the ball. A lot of people are now going to say, okay, now your offense, will they be out of whack? No, not at all. They're going to be absolutely happy. They're relaxed. They took care of business for them. They don't have any pressure now. They can just go play.
So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They'll be led out by last year's Super Bowl champion QB in his 14th NFL season now out of Georgia, Matthew Stafford.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl-type season, and maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year, and with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Play action. Stafford sliding out of the pocket. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. From the 50, Stafford. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
He's second in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Steelers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the... Now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
Following the interception, Cousins pushes him over, flexing his muscle again. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Draw play. This is Henry. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. On 2nd and 7, Stafford, that one complete. He finds Sharp. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. The Falcons at 9-3 here on the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Stafford's throw is taken in by Waddle. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. And the numbers for Waddle in last week's ball game: 9 catches, 113 yards, and a score.
Look, I know everybody wants to be number 1 in everything they do, but he's number 2 in the league in receiving yards. That's a strong number, a strong year, and they want that to continue.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Stafford, and this one into the hands of DJ Shark. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
From the 50, it's Stafford. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. They'll go. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Here's Stafford. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. From the 35 on 2nd down, Stafford. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. A pickup of 5 that time and a first down. Stafford. And he slings one that's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw taken in by Chark. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
A very important third down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up first and goal.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on first and goal to add some extra mass. Now Stafford rolling to his right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Second down and goal. Stafford. And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they throw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
McPherson's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to win that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Benogany elects not to return. The football will come out to the 25-yard line. Cousins on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Henry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Henry up the middle. Runs over him. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. Past the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Yeah, this is a guy who runs with such balance and control. I mean, he went through that early contact just like he was driving over a speed bump. And he's able to continue his way downfield and wind up in the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. McKenzie now from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. And the Falcons back out, getting set for this next drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So that if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They think they've got him not pinned down.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Derrick Henry. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Rosas good with the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. McKenzie now from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. From the 45 on second down, Stafford over the middle, complete. It's McKenzie. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 38-yard line. From the gun, here's Stafford. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to...
Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. And now before the ball changes,
plays under review.
Look at this, just a reach. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Stafford. Throwing middle, and it's complete. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On second and goal, Stafford. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Jalen Waddle in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Evan McPherson for the extra point. It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10. So that drive takes him down the field on 8 plays. And it was finished off by a Jalen Waddle touchdown. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. They're just going to run it here up the middle. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we pass the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. And we welcome you back now alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn getting set for quarter number 3 here. McKenzie now from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. And the Falcons ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And that one blown up quickly. Successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. To throw is Stafford. Over the middle, hauled in by Shark. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
That's going to be caught by Waddle. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. With Edwards-Helaire. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's McKenzie. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. Open man is Waddle, complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Stafford. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Isaiah McKenzie, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons are back within a score. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communicate. Noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
That's called. And they will get into the end zone to cut the lead down to a single point. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Igbenogany elects not to return. The football will come out to the 25-yard line. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that momentum stays in your camp.
Catch number 44 of on the year. It's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
Meanwhile, Cousins throw here into the hands of Jones. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. They go play action. Cousins. That's complete. It's Collins. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
A first down carry for Henry. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Holding, offense.
So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
But they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Derrick Henry. His 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. PAT up and good by Rosas. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So this drive spans 7 plays. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And here now come the Falcons. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. To throw again on second down. Stafford. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game. And he's got a first down. Out of the gun. Stafford. And Sharp calls it in. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 23 yards on the play. Getting out of Steeler territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 30-yard line. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Touchdown, Falcons! Jalen Waddle with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons have made it a 1-score game again here in the fourth. McPherson on for the point after. And the lead is down to a field goal now. That time a 6-play drive. And it was finished up by a Jalen Waddle touchdown. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Igbenogany elects not to return. The football will come out to the 25-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. Here in the fourth quarter, defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
From the 30 on second down, Cousins. And this one is incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, old momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side. And all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. They keep it with Henry on 1st down. Down to about the 45. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this up. Play. They'll run it again with Henry. Room here to run. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Derrick Henry, 45 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Rosas good with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive 6 plays, 75 yards. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So Matthew Stafford in the offense. Down by 10, just over a minute 40 to play. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on 1st down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 30 before being taken down. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Now it's Stafford. And incomplete on the deep ball.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Stafford now to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's McKenzie. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 17-yard line. Here's 2nd and 10. Stafford. Being chased out left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Stafford. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the Steelers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to